we are going to study the module first of the interior of the earth. So students, in this chapter we are going to find out the sources from which we find out what is inside the interior of the earth. So there are two major sources, that is direct and indirect. So direct sources. These sources include rock materials from the mining areas and molten magma which is coming from the volcanic eruptions. Beside this, scientists are also working on the deep ocean drilling project and integrated ocean drilling project. We are able to drill up to 12 kilometers in the Pacific Oceans. These projects have provided information about the interior of the earth through the analysis of material collected at different depths. Second source is indirect source. These sources include meteors that at that time reach the earth. Beside the meteors, other indirect sources are gravitational, magnetic field, and seismic activity. Most of the information about the earth have come from the seismic studies. Seismic studies are those studies from which we get the information about the interior of the earth through seismic waves. Now students, in this slide we will study some terminologies regarding the earthquake. So the first question is, what is an earthquake? An earthquake in simple words is the shaking of earth. It is a natural event. It is caused due to release of energy which generate waves that travels in all the direction. Second thing of the earthquake is the focus or hypocenter. It is the point of earthquake where energy is released. Third one is epicenter. The point on the surface nearest to the focus is called as epicenter. It is the first one to experience the waves. It is the point directly above the focus. Earthquake waves. Now, students, as we have studied in the smaller classes also, there is an instrument called seismograph which records the waves reaching the surface of the earth. Now, earthquake waves. These are basically of two types, body waves and surface waves. Now body waves. These are generated due to release of energy at focus and move in all directions traveling through the body of the earth. Second is the surface waves. Body waves interact with the surface rocks and generate new set of waves called as surface wave. These waves move along the surface. Third one is P waves. These are the types of body waves which are also called as primary waves. These are similar to sound waves. They can travel through solid, liquid and gaseous materials. S waves. These are the types of body waves. These are called as secondary waves. They can only travel through solid materials. So students, in this slide we are going to study shadow zone. So students, shadow zone is a zone or area in the interior of the earth where earthquake waves are not reported or not reached, which means P and S waves. There are two types of shadow zones. As we can see, two types of shadow zone on the basis of two types of wave, that is P wave and S wave. In the diagram of P waves, as we can see, the shadow zone which is created is between the 103 degree and 142 degree. As we know students, we have studied the properties of P wave. P wave can travel in all the mediums, that is solid, gaseous and liquid, and on the other hand the S waves, they can travel only through the solids also. So the shadow zone of S waves, as we can see both the diagrams, shadow zone of S wave is more than the shadow zone of P waves because it can only travel through solids. So the shadow zone of S wave is up to the or the waves, they can travel up to the 103 degrees. Now students, in this slide we are going to study types of earthquake. So the first type of earthquake is tectonic earthquake. It is the most common one of the earthquake. These earthquakes are generated through the sliding of rocks along a fault plane. Second earthquake is the collapse earthquake. In the areas of intense mining activity, sometimes the roof of underground mines collapse due to minor tremors. These are called as earthquake waves. Third type is volcanic earthquake. A special class of tectonic earthquake is sometimes recognized as volcanic earthquake. These earthquakes are confined to the areas of active volcanoes. The next one is explosion earthquake. Ground shaking may also occur due to explosion of chemical or nuclear devices. Such tremors are called as explosion earthquake. Fifth type is reservoir earthquake. These earthquakes occurs in the areas of large reservoirs and are referred to as reservoir or induced earthquake. Now students, as we know, earthquake magnitude is measured on Richter scale. On Richter scale, the magnitude is expressed in the absolute number, that is 0 to 10. So if we divide the earthquake into two parts, we can say high intensity earthquake or low intensity earthquake. High intensity earthquake are those earthquakes which are recorded on Richter scale of more than 5, and less than 5 are less destructible earthquake. More than 5 on Richter scale records more destruction of life and property, and if the magnitude is less than 5, the destruction is very much less. Thank you.